G'day, it's Rusty from Rusty's Outback Adventures, and in today's video I'm going to do a product review of the 7-inch monitor and rear-facing camera that I've installed on my Navara because the canopy doesn't have windows in it, so the original rear view mirror is not really much use to me as a rear vision mirror. So this product review is the Safety Dave system that I've installed on my Navara. So what I'm using in my car in order to be able to see behind me is I'm using one of these Safety Dave cameras and a 7-inch monitor that's suction cupped onto the windscreen. And the reason I chose the Safety Dave system is because I've got a 7-inch monitor. I'll just show you that now. So in the car mounted onto the windscreen, I've got a 7-inch dual input monitor. Now this monitor has individual V1, V2, video 1, video 2 input selector switch, and it has a series of menu options. And the menu features here include the brightness, I can change that, the contrast, the color, the tint, volume. And the cool feature that the system has is it's got audio functionality between the camera on the back of the vehicle and the screen. So someone standing behind the vehicle and we're reversing or something, they can talk to me and I can hear what they're saying. So that's always a helpful thing to have. So I got upside down and mirror version, and we can set our aspect ratio for the image, and we can also do a reset. Now I've mounted the camera in the middle of the canopy at its highest point. Apologies for the sun there, it's just in my eyes. The idea is that the camera has a 92-degree field of view. Now the view from the camera, as far as the monitor is concerned, is it can see across to my shed there and half up the driveway. Now the field of view of the GoPro is probably a little bit more, but in terms of what I can sort of see from on the right hand side, you can see my hand is there, I can actually see the edge of the caravan there. And on the left-hand side, I can see out to there on the driveway. So that's quite a wide view, and that gives you a good look of what's behind you when you're driving down the road. The installation of the 7-inch monitor was actually quite easy. It comes with a power loom, as they call it. So basically you've got a red and a black wire that you need to connect power to, and it's usually ignition wire. So when you turn the key on, the power comes on. When you turn the key off, it goes off. And there's a single input plug that goes into the back of the monitor, and that has a dual input, so you can run the 2 cables if you're running 2 cameras, and in my system I'm running 2 cameras, and it's quite easy. All I've done to install the monitor is, as you can just see in here, this cable here, it runs down through the body underneath, and the cable runs up along the chassis, comes in through my canopy floor there, round underneath the lip, and up here there's a plug. So that's the installation of the camera right there through the wall, through the back wall there, and that cable is what runs back to the monitor. Now I'm running a 2-camera system, and the reason for that is when we take the camper trailer, this camera can actually see over the top of the camper and I get a good view behind me. When we take the caravan, of course I can't see. So what I've done is I've installed another one of these cameras. Now this camera was a silver one, I got a white one for the back of the caravan, and I've installed it at a similar height. And the way we get the cable to run from the camera at the back of the caravan, it runs underneath the chassis of the caravan up to a plug, and you've got a curly cable called a WASA cable, which has got plugs on the end of the caravan. And what I've got on the car here, I'll just point you down here, is I've got this plug here. So this is the 5-pin plug that runs back to the second input on the car. So the monitor has got 2 inputs. This is V2 for video 2, and this is V1. And I'll just show you what we've done on the caravan. Now my caravan's in the shed, so a bit tight for room at the back here. As you can see, we've got a camera here, cable runs back down underneath, and I just put this support pole, and I've attached the support pole to the spare wheel rack, so it's all fairly rigid. And then the cable runs, cable runs under the chassis all the way down to the front, And when we get to the front of the caravan, very much like what we had in the back of the car, we have this plug here, which I've put on a really nice bracket that I made. And then to get from the front of the caravan to the back of the car, we have a thing called a WASA cable. And this has got a 5-pin plug that end, and a curly flexible cable on the other end. It's just a matter of plugging it in and doing up this knurled nut, and that holds it firmly in place. And another cool feature of these particular cameras is they have infrared light for night vision, so it's actually quite good to see at night. When you're driving down the highway or even on a quiet, lonely road, you need to turn the brightness down sometimes because the glare and the brightness from the street lights does make it quite bright on the screen. So that's a pretty good feature as well, whereas some standard cameras may not have that illumination at night time. You might ask, why did I choose the Safety Dave system? The Safety Dave system is not the cheapest around. It may not be the most expensive around, but I chose it because I like the features it had. I like the quality of the cameras. I like the screen. I like that 7-inch monitor. I mean, it gives me a bit more vision. And yeah, it's not, as I said, it's not a cheap system. I think the kit with the 2 cameras and all the cables and the connection for the caravan was about $600. And for me, I think it's money well spent. You might have a different system and you might have another way you've installed yours. I've had this rear-facing camera system with the camera on the back of the canopy and the monitor on the windscreen, as well as the second camera on the caravan, since we did the well body to canopy conversion back in December of last year. And I'm really impressed with the system. I've had time to get used to it. The view behind the car is really, really good. No real blind spots. The quality of the image is very good. With the caravan hooked up, the view is really, really good. You haven't got issues with, is there someone behind me? That is a feature that I really like to have, the fact that you can see who's behind you. And if you are going a bit slower and holding a few people up, maybe there's an opportunity to pull over or something. So yeah, the system to me has been really good. If you are looking for some sort of rear-facing camera, rear view camera, I would certainly recommend you checking them out. I'll put a link to their website in the description below. If you have any questions about the system, one other thing I'll mention too is that they also do a reversing camera option as well. So you could have a rear facing like this as well as a reversing camera. I'm currently using a different system, so I didn't go that way. But look, you might like to tell me what system you guys are running on your vehicles. If you like the video, thumbs up would be great. If you'd like to subscribe and follow us in our outback travels and what we get up to, great to have you aboard. Please click the subscribe button. If you haven't seen the well body to canopy conversion, I'll put a link up here. Check that video out. This is my first product review video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got something out of it. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.